Hello and good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Hey, good
Yes,
afternoon, sir.
yes.
Yeah,
All right. Yeah, I'm trying to set up this meeting, but it seems that the reason why it took so long is that some people I can't get, and some people I can't get. Some people the internet is not working properly. Some people it's not working properly on the computer because it's a new platform that I'm actually trying that I came up with so I can reach everybody in different countries almost at the same time. No, this is streaming live, right? So I'm testing out the live stream so that who cannot, because there's only so many people that can come in at one time. So I'm set doing it live stream so that I will give you the link and you can go and you can stream it live, send it to the other parents so that they can hear what's going on. Also, it's also recording, so you can watch it back at another time. Now, what happened today is that a lot of the coaches in Jamaica, they are at different financial meetings because it's a long process in order for the athletes to go on. Shakil, you want to take over here? You went to Jamaica with the athletes. Them, you want to explain how it goes a little bit?
uh, kind of blindside me. I don't know which part you want me to speak about.
All right. Start about the environment and like about the being on the campus there in Jamaica. You can start from that.
All right. Well, the guys went to Jamaica College, and they basically went on a athletic scholarship to train in track and field. Uh, but Jamaica College is kind of an all boys school, and the environment is mainly guys who would looking for an opportunity to do better on further education. So leaving an environment like Guyana where it's more just academic based. When you go to an environment now where you see athletes and students, athletic and student life, working in unison, it gives you a different feel of how things really go, because everyone is encouraging, the guys, everyone is always, trying to compete with each other, trying to do their best, and everyone wants to see how they can, take their talents to the next level. So you meet into a competitive environment, a friendly environment, an environment where everyone wants to see, you do better in everything that you're pursuing. So what could say is that it's far better academically and athletic inclined to be in Jamaica and pursue your um training in whatever discipline that you like. As in Ghana, it's less. It's when you meet a certain age, that's about it. Unless you join, the army or the police force, at least now get the opportunity to train and continue their education simultaneously, and then uh, get better, maybe to have scholarships to go to a different school in the US. Because when I was there, the coach would normally talk to the athletes, like, we get little meetings and, you know, i- inform them how important education is. And, it's not hard to, because they're not asking them for much, it's just train and to study so that you can get good grades. Because their focus is not only to bring the athlete up to a level where they can compete on the bigger stage, but their main focus is to get them into a school of higher learning education so that not only they can get good training and continue their training, but also get a good education in the end. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, so that's a snapshot because he was there on the ground. I want you guys to hear from somebody else other than me. Now, this conversation here is streaming live right now on YouTube. All right, so I can send you guys the link, and you guys can send it to other parents who may not be part but can get to actually listen, right? So everybody that is on here, I'm going to send a link to you. Excuse me. Once you open up that link, you're going to see the live stream. So what is happening now is that I'm trying to set up a platform where these athletes can have a voice, where they can communicate with the parents and where athletes from, because athletes will be going to different schools. So we can have our own platform and conversation on how to develop each island, and keep the conversation going that Olympics is the ultimatum. Our goal is to reach to the Olympics because we have so much talent in the region, and Jamaica alone is speaking for us, and Jamaica is willing to help all of our countries to get to that level. So I just want you guys to understand what Jamaica is willing to do for you, for every country. They're willing to do it for Guyana. They're willing to do it for St. Lucia, St. Vincent, Barbados. They're willing to do it for everybody. They are welcoming your children or you, the athletes, with open arms, to work your way in getting us an education and also top class training that you can reach to the next level. I'm going to try and bring in, because some of the coaches is not available because they're at different meetings. So I'm trying to call some of the coaches, right? Yes, coach. I'm going to try to bring in on video a little bit. I'm on a platform here right now. I know you're at the business meeting.
Guess what? Let me get some attire. I really never knew it was going to be a video call.
No. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. We can stay like this. We can stay like. But you just gotta talk loud enough so that they you so you're available right now with a laptop. Would you be available right now in a laptop to join us live on our platform?
As in a video platform? No,
Yeah.
My laptop. My wife is using my laptop.
Okay. All right. No problem. So I have you on speaker here, right? Because I know you was at a meeting and everything, right? So Dante, you have any question you would like to ask? Dante?
No.
You gotta speak up.
No, I don't have any question.
You don't have any questions? Okay. You guys can hear the coach speak?
Yeah. Can you hear me clearly?
Yeah, we can hear it clear.
All right, good. Now, coach, at presently right now, right? These are some of the questions that some of the parents would like to know. It's like when they're in Jamaica, right? Like what are the expenses like? Well, I told them already that it varies by school. And they want to know about the boarding, about the boarding, and also about moving around. So can you explain?
All right. So the boarding is exactly across from the school. You know, so it is pretty much right across the road from the school. And they pretty much, you know, in terms of moving around, after a while, they will get an understanding as to how the environment is like, and if they want to go, you know, to the store, or you know, you can have so many times the athletes, you know, they will make something to travel in groups, and over time, you know, they can have now an understanding as to what the environment is like, and then be able to maybe go on their own. In the beginning, you know, as I said, we will not allow them to just go on the road by themselves. You know, maybe someone from the school, you know, one of the existing athletes, you know, can maybe be their chaperone until then. So pretty much that would constitute for them moving around and back and forth from the school. And you know, in the beginning, as I said, the aim is to keep them close to the school so that in the original when they get here, there is not much need to be wandering off, you know, and so forth. So yeah.
All right.
And for the males, the females, they will be I don't know currently what we're setting up a boarding for them, and along with a teacher who will transport them back and forth from school.
All right, good. That's a good answer for one of the questions. Now, the
Yeah.
reason why I asked this question, right, is that athletes coming out of Guyana, I don't know where, like some parents, where they got the information from, because some of the concern that some of the parents have in Guyana, as I said, I really don't know where they get that information from. But one of the questions that they have from in Guyana is like about meals. So I don't know where they get
About what?
meals, about meals. I don't know where they get that where they get that information from, because I know at none of the schools there is no there is nothing about meals. I just think I don't know. I can't be able to answer that question how they get
What
that
is it
information.
about meals that they're talking?
Well, they want to know about like how the children would get how the children get their meals, if they gotta pay for the meals, or if they gotta children gotta buy the meals, or whatever the case would be. I don't understand where that question comes
Well, currently for us at Yampanown, what we do, we try to we provide as much as possible for the kids. So we provide lunch, breakfast, and during the school time, primarily breakfast and dinner. And in the recent time, the team is now smaller size and we are not prepared for nationals, what we do, we try to provide all the meals for all the kids.
from. Good
So we
answer.
still would, but we still would encourage, the parents to, facilitate for, as you would be having a kid at home going to school, they still have their monies in their pocket to buy what they want. We try to not to take away from them. Because there may be at times, so for instance, in the morning we prepare a particular breakfast menu that the kid is not comfortable with, then they still have their monies to maybe choose this morning to buy something else rather than to, eat what is there in the cafeteria. Because, that is not every time you'll feel for what is being prepared. So, you have that flexibility.
Great, coach. Great question. Now, coach, apart from that, I want you to identify yourself. I mean, name and every school and some of your background, because you know, I want these parents feel comfortable to know where their children are going, because like I have two young men, one young man from Guyana,
Okay. All right.
very talented.
You break up I just know, but I kind of get an idea as to what it is.
Yeah, right. A young man coming from Guyana is
My
very,
name is
very
Okil
talented.
Stewart.
Go ahead, coach.
Repeat that.
No, I
Yeah,
say I have
okay.
a young man that is coming to you from Guyana. He's running a 10-7, 10-6. I mean, he's real talented. I would
Okay.
really like this young man to really go on, because one, he's young.
Yes.
You have the determination and drive. You
Okay.
know what I mean? You have a little support system in place, and I'm trying to put more system in place for his support base. But
Thank you.
right, so I'm not centering around one person, but I'm just saying that this young man have real talent. And when we go to Olympics, we don't go past the first round.
Understand.
You understand what I'm saying to you? So if you get this young man past the first round, you will be the first coach to get a Guyanese male past the first round. If you understand the brand rights, what comes with it.
Understand.
Understand? So go ahead and introduce yourself and let us know what you're about.
Yeah. So as you know, my name is Okil Stewart. I have been coaching at the professional level since 2007. I have been coaching at the high school level since 2009. I would have worked with some of my most recent accomplishments: 2019 World Championship bronze medalist Rochelle Clayton. I would have coached her over the years, once she got into the university level. And then right up until she was bronze medalist at the World Championships. I currently now coach the national champion from last year, Taekwondo Tracy, in the 100 meters, the national champion at the 400 meters hurdles, Jail Hyde. I coach former Trinidadian sprinter and national champion Emmanuel Kalinda. I pretty much, currently, Rushan Clark. Last year he was at the World Youth Championships, Youth Championships in the 400-meter hurdles. And as you know, the pen relays team of Camperdown running 40.13 was the national was the champion this year. As you know, I'm the coach for that. And there are a lot of other athletes. And say, for instance, there's an athlete you may not have known about him, but you can do his research. Sheldon Mitchell. He came to me as a junior at 11.1 seconds, 22.6. In 5 years' time, he was running 10.07 and 20.14 and 47.15 for the 400 meters. My first ever athlete, Oral Thompson, was national champion at the 400 meters in 2010. I would have coached also Jodine Williams, who was at the 2017 World Championships in the 200 meters and went to the semifinals. So my background span from pretty much getting athletes who have pretty much not been really recognized to even some that have been recognized and to build them to the point of recognition. So I work well with developing my own athletes rather than just getting talented athletes and just that has already been developed. So and he will be coming to Camperdown where there are athletes that are possibly maybe faster than him, as fast as him, and he will have very good competition. And for sure, what also will be important is that they will be in a system where the aim is not really, and my role is not really to try to burn athletes, but to have them develop to the point where they have a future in the sport. Because most of the other schools in Jamaica, they may have a lot of athletes, or they want to try to win championships. My aim right now is to build the athletes to their highest potential. If you have the ability to do, say for instance, a 100, 200 double, then we will consider it. But if we see if it's going to push you too hard to
The song is gone.
Yeah, so that song's that song to me, that song wonderful because that is right up of my of my, what must I say, of
the alley.
yeah, of the alley, yeah, right up my alley where I wanted because I would like this young man to be developed. Now, coach, you won't believe this. All of the athletes that I sent to Jamaica, they were coming in 8th, 9th. They weren't even heard of in Guyana. Right? But looking at them as a coach in the US for so many years and taking athletes, I just take athletes off of the street who have talent on this and coach them, and they went on to go to nationals here in the US. And I went on so many courses, and we have so many materials, so many books I've read on all of these things, right? And I believe in these athletes, but the system in my country, they don't allow me to believe in these athletes because they're not doing well. No, I'm telling you this here. Not even 1 year, not even 1 year in Jamaica. Right?
You're breaking up.
Yeah, I'm saying to you, right? Yeah. So I took these athletes that was coming. No, I took these athletes that were coming in 8 and 9 down at the ladder. I remember I did an interview and they were making a mockery of it, right? And not even 1 year in Jamaica, and the rest is history. Trevon Prince at Jamaica College right now has the fastest time for the junior in the 800 meter, hands down.
Nice. A very good program over there, yes.
Right? Now, Hannah Reid from Daintil, there isn't a Guyanese that is faster than her over the 400 meters.
Good.
Right? I have a young lady that went to Arizona, Central Arizona. She became the fastest Guyanese junior running at 11.42 just last week there at the NCAA at the Arizona Championship. Okay. And I have a young man over by Glen Mills. He is the fastest right now junior for the 100 meters and 200 meters. And
I
I'm
know him,
telling
yes.
and I'm telling you, these athletes, they were not heard of in Guyana. So if this is not even 1 year and these athletes is gonna have 2 to 3 years, I'm excited. I'm
Yes,
excited. I'm
definitely.
definitely excited because with what Camperdown did, I was in Jamaica for champs this year. I saw
Good.
it this year. I came down for champs, so I saw it with my eyes. I was at Penn Relays when they won the relay. I saw
Great.
it, right?
And I
So
can tell you that most of that group should be back in school for next year. So you will have a very good they will have a very good team to be working along with.
okay, now this young lady by the name of Bias that is coming towards you,
Bias.
and
Yes.
then the young lady from Emmanuel from Saint Lucia that will be
Yes.
there with you.
The
Now
distance, yes.
is I'm excited. Believe you me, I'm excited for the parents. And I'm very very excited for it because I look at the program. I've tried the program and I've seen what the program have done for my country because we don't
Yes.
have a third. I mean, we have more grounds than you guys in Jamaica, but we don't have the expertise,
Mm-hmm.
right? I should say the quality of expertise in my country. And as I'm trying to tell a lot of parents, Jamaica is opening up their arms, welcoming the entire Caribbean to come to school, right? So Jamaica is opening up their arms, right? Like you know what I mean, for every country in the Caribbean to come to their school to get an education and to get quality training coach.
That's right.
I'm excited. Like I try to encourage the parents. What more could you ask from a country? They're actually. And it's not costing you anything because at the end of the day, like this Carifta Games, most of the athletes that would have went to Carifta Games were going to school in Jamaica.
Yes.
Isn't that
Yes.
amazing?
Definitely.
Almost
Definitely.
all of the athletes that made the podium at Carifta Games this year are going to school in Jamaica.
Nice. Nice.
Right. So
Nice.
so so this is not hearsay. This is on the records. This is on the record. So it have to, like I always tell my nephew from way back when, it have to be something that the coaches in Jamaica are doing that they can produce so much athletes consistently year come year go. And guess what? Here the hurtful part, right? This is before the athletes that are in Jamaica understand this. Now in Guyana, the biggest thing is Carifta Games. I can tell you that.
Oh.
Now I
Wow.
told the athletes in Jamaica and the other in Jamaica, Carifta is not the biggest thing for them. Champs is the biggest thing.
Yeah.
They couldn't understand it. So now the athletes now are there in Jamaica, and now they realize that some athletes don't even care. Like for instance, they were begging people to turn up to watch Carifta Games in Jamaica. But guess what?
Exactly.
You don't have to beg people to go to Champs.
No man, champs is so low, man.
Champs is sold out. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like as I say, I watched this young lady from Saint Lucia, Jada, that would be there with you in your camp, and
Yes.
and I know you can fix her form, but I know she's coming to a very good person. But I would be trying to work. I would be trying to work right with the
And
authorities in Saint Lucia for a transition for Jada because I watch her run. She got talent, real talent. So I'm going to be working with the coach in St.
and I,
Lucia.
and I, and I and I believe, I mean, and anything about it, so based on the ones that you have been saying,
Yeah,
I believe you are choosing some right talent to get developed. I believe you are doing such a good job.
yeah, because I don't look for the top ones. I look for the ones that have potentials. Because
Yeah.
I learned from the college system over here. I have watched the college coaches overlook the athletes that came in first, second, and third, and choose the uh like for instance, Hannah Reid. Hannah Reid came in 8th place in the 400 meters, right? And a college coach reached out to me for Hannah Reid. She didn't want the 400 at Curve the game. She came in 8th place. And that coach is like, I would love to have this young lady. This young lady have real talent. No, she came in 8th place. Now, in my country now, Guyana, she wouldn't even be considered because she came in 8th place. So this is what I'm saying. Now, in Jamaica, I'm very close to Mr. Mills. Mr. Mills, and especially Mr. Stephen Francis, they don't choose athletes that coming from first to third. They choose athletes that coming at the back. So I'm saying to the athletes, right, in my country, why are we always focusing on the athletes that coming in 1, 2, 3? We don't focus now. I start hosting my games in Guyana because of that, because they don't focus on the athletes that don't come in. So I start giving prizes from 4th to 10th place. So that is how we have so much athletes now in Guyana to motivate. Correct. I start giving out computers for the athletes that did well at the CXC. I give once you come to my game, you get something, even if it's a t-shirt. So I motivate. So I went to all the rural communities in the ghetto, all the poor neighborhood, and I promote my games and get these athletes to come out. No, you won't believe this here. The first time original shot put was introduced in Ghana is 2017 when I took down my games. What? Shot put for the younger children. For the young children, I'm telling you that. Discuss.
Frank, I mean, even the other day when we were talking, I was looking to see if we have any shows, because we have a very good showing program going on for us as well. We have 2 of the best juniors. Well, we have 3 of the best juniors as female at Camperdown right now.
I know that, but I'm looking for that. Listen to this now. Hear what happened to me last week. A coach from the US called me and said, Mr. King, I see you're trying to build a program in Guyana. I need a female hurdler. I can't do that because we don't teach hurdles in Guyana. Right now, I'm looking for a female hurdler to go to college for a full scholarship, full ride. But so even if you have a female hurdler right now that looking to go to college, I can call the coach now. She'll be accepted, full scholarship, full ride for 2 years. Guy's a junior college. Right now, whether she's doing 100 or 100 meter or 400 hurdles, they want. I'm saying, but I get a first opportunity because I'm trying to build a pro. We don't have a hurdle in Guyana.
Exactly.
So these are
in Jamaica, as you know, our professional program. Because as you know, I don't remember if I mentioned it. Speak it as it like that. I run a professional program. Hence, I coach Taekwondo Trace national champion and Jai Light national champion. And I also love coaching from 1 to 4, the sprints and 4 hurdles. You understand? Women's sprint hurdles. So even ourselves here in Jamaica, while they're looking at me, we are also looking for athletes who may not be qualified for the college system, but want to develop professionally. We also are here looking for those athletes as well, just to put it out there.
But guess what? No, you just open up a thought in my head now. So guess what's gonna happen now? So after the coach asked me that question, I realized I decide now I'm gonna talk to my nephew now. No, what I know about like in the USA, what the coaches does is like they have a big camp, right? So they have some athletes that are very good 400-meter runners and 100-meter runners, but then they don't normally medal. So what they did with them, they took them and put them into the hurdles, because remember now, they take them and put them into the hurdles. But remember now that in the hurdles you need the speed, but they have the speed. It's just that they may not medal. And then after about 3 years, these athletes transform, like Sydney McClarkin. She wasn't a hurdler all the time. She was a regular flat 400-meter runner.
Yes.
Delilah Muhammad used to throw shot put and all of those things.
I start breaking up now, coach.
Yeah. You hear me now? You hear me? Hello?
Yeah, I hear it now. Yes.
Yeah, right. So these are the things we were speaking about. So I'm saying now this program that I decided to enact on to help these athletes from within the region, right? is something that was in the making for over 20 years. It didn't just happen like that, but there's a lot of trials and error until you get the right ingredients, and here we are right now having a conversation. So
Yes.
as I said, I'm using this platform that I have here because I would like to bring in some period. Would like it to stream live because some because of like different reasons, parents may not be able to come to the phone or whatever, but at least they can watch it back, and then once we have the conversation, right?
Understand.
Yeah. And not only that, family members can tune in and watch it, and watch the live
Exactly.
stream, right? So then everybody will be much more comfortable now
Comfortably, yes, for
when they
sure.
watch the live stream. And then now, like when the kids them are with now in Camperdown, we can set up a day where we can get maybe the whole of St. Lucia, the whole of Guyana, to actually, stream it live, and see you have a one like a training session, like a typical warm-up session. You might choose a day,
Exactly.
right?
Yeah.
This is what we do in warm-up, and then we just stream live from the computer, and we're doing warm-up. I let the parents see this is what the environment is like. It's lovely. It's not what
Exactly.
you might be hearing out there. So I'm trying to create this platform where information is everything, technology is everything, and I believe in technology. So that's why I
Yes.
decided to create this different platform other than Zoom, because the quality on Zoom is not as great as this quality,
Okay.
right? And then with Zoom also, you cut in and out. You know what I mean? It have a lot of, especially when streaming in the Caribbean. In the US, Zoom wonderful, but once it's streaming from the US to the Caribbean and all of these things, is a lot of stuff. So this is why I'm doing this platform.
Understand.
You see what I'm saying to you? So Coach, I'm trying to big you up. Everybody will know who you are. I'll put you out there. I'm gonna promote you
Definitely.
free of cost.
Definitely.
Free of
Definitely.
cost,
Definitely.
right? You can put your professional program out there. If anybody want to
Yes.
join your club afterwards when they finish high school, Coach, I'm gonna
Yeah.
put you out there. I'm gonna put you
Definitely.
out there for free. You know what I mean? I'm not doing this
Yeah.
here for any money. I'm doing this here because I believe that the minorities, a lot of young people, their family are not economically solid, and with the COVID makes things even worse. And these children have talents. I'm doing it for the children. This is 100% for the children,
Yes.
right?
Understand.
I came from a history where I was homeless. I used to live on the street. I had to study on the street lights to write my CXC, so I know how things could be rough.
Wow.
I know about having nowhere to live, nowhere to sleep, no food to eat. So I know my struggle to get where I am today. So now that I
Yeah.
have an opportunity to turn back and help, now I'm using my story to help other children, to tell them that, listen to me, if you believe in yourself and you work hard, you can become
Yeah.
anybody. You can make it.
Exactly.
So I'm using that platform to motivate these children, because I personally would like to see at Olympic Games St. Vincent.
Yes.
I would like to see St. Lucia. I would like to see Dominica, St. Kitts. I just want to see you. Could you imagine a final is an all Caribbean? I dream about that,
That's right. That's right.
right?
That's right.
I dream of a final of all Caribbean.
And okay, one of the things that I like, I mean, is just that attacking it from the grassroots, because the thing about it, you set foundation for these younger ones. They, in the future, they themselves will now learn from the very basic the things that are required. And
Correct.
countries, you understand, to help you build. So this exposure for them is good. It's good training ground.
Correct.
Whether for them to become professionals in as a coach or even professional as athletes. So but it is very good. I mean, my exposure. I was the massage therapist MVP that with Stephen Francis for about 6-7 years, where I traveled with them in Europe. I was Shelley and Fraser's personal massage therapist, Bridget Foster Hilton, Tava Boyle, and those ones in a million walk. And I would have learned my craft by by traveling to Europe, sitting with Brooks Johnson, with I would see Clyde Hart every now and then, Alan Johnson, those guys, you know, Mr. Smith, all these coaches, I would take the time out to try and learn as much from them by moving around. I would have worked closely along with Glenn Mills, and I currently now still work along with Glenn Mills as also, and I also coach. I'm a massage therapist. I do the massage service for Upton Civil.
So wait, so wait, you're the massage therapist that massaged my daughter?
Your daughter?
Yeah. The other young lady by Glen Mills for the Christmas.
No.
Okay. Okay. Because whoever the massage therapy is, fix my daughter because she have a hip problem because imagine at 12 years old she was already running a 57. So she was going too fast for her age and her body.
Yeah.
Right?
How old is she now?
She's 16 now. She's now trying to make a comeback.
Okay.
Yeah, because I sent her away to a boarding school, and they promised me they had a very wonderful program. So this is also a reason why I'm very careful and particular in what I choose and who I choose, because I sent my daughter to boarding school after the pandemic doing a 59.60. I got her back running a 7-1.
Wow.
I got her back running a 7-1. So now I have to fix. I have to fix her form. So I got her down to last week. She run her season best at 62. So I rest her for this week because I'm working with her. I'm looking to get her a 59 by next week. So I drop her from in March from a 7-1. I drop her right down to a 62 last week. Right, and she's impatient, but I'm telling her she gotta trust, she gotta take it slow and groove in and trust the process, right? But last week when she ran the 62, she was very delightful, and she's like, "But Daddy, you know what? I had more left. I could have gone earlier." But I told her, I said, no. You're learning back your body to run. I need you to. All I needed was a 62. I told her, give me a 62 this week. I'm good. I'm going to fix the rest. I said, you get out. Don't run down nobody. They're going to run out. You're not back to top shape. You might go out and hurt yourself. So just take it slow and easy. And, you know what I mean? Work your way back. You know what I mean? So, because what I do, I normally fix my 400-meter athletes from the finishing line to the starting line. I do the opposite. Yeah, I work from the finish line to the starting line. So I work from your strong finish, then I go around to your starts. That's how I work with my athletes, because the starts take a lot of time. So if I keep working with you on your starts, then nothing else will progress. Basically, that's how I see it. So I work from the finish line going back to the starts, right? So you know what I mean. So this is important. Why I choose you. To send some of the athletes there. This is why I choose some of the schools them that I choose, because of my own personal experience. Here in the US, I've seen children come here from Jamaica and other countries running some fantastic time. Right? Now, the first year in college, that athlete did well because that is the training that the athlete left with. Now, from the sophomore year is when the training that the school give is going to kick in. I have an athlete, I know athlete right now, went into college, running a 52. Her sophomore year, we're finishing now, she's running a 57. You see what I'm saying to you?
11 hours.
Right? So that is one of the reasons why, you know me, I'm very particular. That's one of the reasons why I'm very particular in who I send athletes to, especially when you're looking for development. So it's very, very, very important. But yeah, very, very important. Well, the letter. When are we going to get the letter? That's some concern for the parents. The letter.
I spoke to the vice principal who's dealing with the letter. I spoke to him on, I think it was sometime this week.
Yeah.
and he says that he was just waiting on something from the principal. So let me try to make sure that by tomorrow, because you had called me the other day and you had expressed that to me. So I shared it with him,
Yeah.
and he said he's just waiting for something from the principal.
Well, I know there is a big
So
meeting in Florida right now.
I think that's I think because the principal is preparing for
Yeah.
that. The principal is, I think they're in.
Yeah,
Florida
they're in the
right
meeting.
now.
I know what's going on. There's a big meeting in Florida right now to deal with everything. But what happened is that some of the parents in the islands, they don't understand how the system works. And not only
Yeah.
that, letters for sixth form does normally be given out in September.
Exactly.
Right? But then the parents them don't understand that. But I understand the concern of the parents because I'm looking.
They want to make sure that they.
Yes,
Sure.
yes, yeah. Because one of the things that I'm working out with you guys, right? Because I would have learned from my athletes that was there. I would like the athletes to go in July, right? July, August. Now, there's a lot of reason for that. If those boys from my country had gone in July, August when the coach wanted them in there, I think they would have performed better at champs.
Yeah, I'm targeting August start.
Start August.
Yes, why I'm thinking to start August, because I want to make sure that I get over with the World Championship, because I will.
Oh yes.
Yes, but I have a team back home.
Okay.
That will be taking care of things though for the August start. But what I would do though, I would maybe try to get a one-on-one, like a Zoom call with the athletes who are coming to see with them,
Yes.
see their structure, see their physique, and then from there, maybe in July, I'll give them some basic exercise to do, go through the sessions with them, and then have them do some sessions maybe twice or three times a week. And then by when they are here in August, then we are on the same path moving forward.
Correct. I love that. 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 The reason why I love that is because the athletes that I sent up to Jamaica, I had them on that program. So when they went to Jamaica now, they were like, Coach Man, it's a good thing you had me doing this thing, because when we reached to Jamaica, we weren't able. So yes, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
Yeah. Because the intensity and the environment is very aggressive here in Jamaica for track and field. And as when they come, you want to have a certain level of fitness to just blend in, especially if we're not used to that strong induction in track and field from before.
Correct. Yeah, because now, listen to me. If I tell you something right now, my daughter go to school in the US, right? Academically, she's strong and every single thing. But with all of the children that I'm sending to Jamaica, my daughter said, Daddy, I need to go to school in Jamaica. So I'm in a limbo right now. I'm in a limbo right now because now my daughter wants to leave the US now to go to school, because she's like, Daddy, you helping all of these children. You want them to go to Olympics. Daddy, you don't want me to go to Olympics. I'm like, why would you say that? Because you're sending everybody, you're not sending me. So now I'm in a predicament now where my daughter only goal is like, Daddy, if you love me, you got to send me to Jamaica to go to school.
Wow.
Right. So that's where I'm at right now. So by the time school reopen, I got to make a decision of whether I'm going to keep her in the US or send her to Jamaica to school. So I'm still going through the transition. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So I have to prepare her also in case if she goes down to Jamaica with a rigid training.
That's right.
Right.
For sure.
You know what I mean? So that's it, because she'd be running a 57 or 58. You know what I mean? And now her time go up, she's kind of like frustrated.
That's right. That's right. And you have you get girls here and they're going 55 now. Imagine that.
Exactly, right? And then
I'm telling you, the progression, I can tell you that for most athletes who go 55 this year,
you hear me? Hello?
Go again. I was saying to you that, even in Jamaica, the athletes who sometimes go 55 this year, next year they tend to move to 53 or 52.
I know that. Because my daughter went into the school running at 12, 13 years old. She's running 26.3. She's running 12-8, 57-1, and then she coming to the school from a 12-8, which in her time supposed to be dropped to 12-1, 12-2 now. She's running a 14-8,
Nah,
right?
that's
Then
not good.
our 26-3 time moved from a 26 to a 28, and then our 400 time moved from a 57 to a 71. And then the coach is telling me, "Oh, she's progressing." I'm like, "Coach, are you really?" So I just had to tell him, "Listen, man, you can't coach my daughter no more. I start
Whoa,
coaching her virtually.
whoa.
You know what I mean? So you know what I mean. So those are some of the setbacks that she have. But I told her she'll be all right. She's young. She's 16. You know what I mean?
That's right.
She's gonna be all right. And I told her that the break that she get right now, right? She should embrace it because it's good for her body. So if she start her back again, she won't burn out. So I told her embrace that.
Exactly. That's the one of the things that you have to look at.
Yeah, the
So
break that
sometime after a while they get burned out. You don't want them to be burned out.
yeah
That's
because
sometimes it's some push.
yeah because when she ran that 57 at 12, I shut her down. I never sent her to nationals. She cried, but I never sent her to national because she's just 12. She running 13, 14. You're running a 57. I send you to nationals. You have so much meat leading up to national. You're that young. I'm not sure if I'm going to get you back next season because you run a 57 now, right? And you ain't reached nationals yet, right? So
Exactly.
so then you might even run a faster time than that, and then I may never get you back again for the balance of your life,
Oh.
right? So I shut her down, never send her to nationals, and just wait for the indoor season and start her back again. And then everybody was like, "Why didn't you send your daughter? She could have medaled. She could." I said, "Yes, but you're looking at medaling, but I don't. I'm not sure if I'm gonna get her back because it's a possibility she'll run a 55 at 12."
Mm.
Because of 57-1 she ran and I didn't fix her form yet, and she died the last 30 meters because she was leading all the time. She died the
Oh.
last 30 meters to the line, right? And it was a national. So when I fix her for nationals now, like I have my little daughter, she's 9 right now. She's already running a 6 to 5. I shut her down. She's not running this week.
Mm.
The young lady, my daughter is 9. She's running a 6 to 5 for the 400. She's running a 2:28 for the 800, and
Wow,
she's
that's
running
good.
a 5:25 for the 1500.
Mm.
I shut her
Those
down.
are good records.
Yeah, but I shut her down. I shut her down. Last week she ran a 2:33 for the 800, and I told her I don't want you to go that fast. It's too early this season.
How old is she?
9.
That's a lot of running, man.
That's what I'm telling you. I shut her. Listen to me. I'm not competing this weekend. I shut them down.
Yeah, that's a lot of running.
Yeah, I shut them down. You know what I mean? I shut them down because I need you for high school. I mean, you're young now. I don't need to burn you by the time you reach high school. I need you for high school and after.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Yeah, coach. So it
Yeah.
was good hearing from you. Denise, any question you want to ask? The coach is right here.
Hi, good day. Sorry for coming in late. Very interested and informative discussion. Well, some of the things that I wanted to ask in terms of the timing, well, it has been answered in terms of having the students, the athletes, sorry, to come in a little earlier and to kind of prepare for the season to come. I know, sometimes, well, prior to COVID, we used to have an off season, so it was basically they would have been doing a little something, getting their body ready for the upcoming season. But because of COVID and all those kind of things, that kind of changed. So it's like basically um, they have to kind of readjust, and a lot of adjustments have to be made. But it's nice hearing from the coach where Jada will be going to. She's very excited about
She's
it.
breaking up. She's breaking up. I'm not hearing her
Yeah,
clearly.
yeah, no, yeah, this is a course that Jada will be going to. This is the coach from St. Lucia that's sending Jada to you.
Okay.
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Yes, definitely I
Yeah,
can
I'm
hear you
hearing
now.
it now. Yeah. Good. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I was saying the thing with Jada was a very good athlete, like a young. So I'm listening to you talking about your daughter and being young and doing good times. She always had that kind of determination, excitement, and she loves the track and field, and that is something that always goes a long way in terms of how maybe athletes do later on. Because if they genuinely love it, they'll put their all into it. But as I said, because of COVID, a lot of things changed. But she's all excited. I'm all excited for her, and I'm hoping that she'll come down to Jamaica and give a very good account of herself. Her parents are supportive, so I think when it comes to them communicating with the coach, maybe they probably have a few other questions to ask, and I would hope I know based on what you have set up there, coach, it would be easier for us to communicate, like coaches to communicate, parents to communicate, athletes to communicate with each other. So I am all excited about this whole um the process and what's happening right now. And thank you very much for giving Jada and all the other athletes across the Caribbean a chance to get into the schools and be given that opportunity. I also look at it not as that the other countries don't have the opportunity, don't have. You hear me?
Yes, yeah, we hearing you. We hearing you.
Oh yeah. I am just saying I know for some it's not about not getting probably doing the coaching the right way, but it's what is it that you have to work with. I'm a school teacher. I teach physical education. So I know. But guess what? I work from 8 to 3, and then I try to do the training maybe like from around 3:15 to 5, right? So it's like you have your full-time job and you have to put in that coaching in there. You can't do it every day of the week. So it's like in that line you cannot give everything. But with them going to the school in, let's for example, going to a school in Jamaica where the person who has a full-time job may be able to balance the coaching better. Maybe they might be doing coaching full time, maybe I don't know, but for me here, and some of the coaches I think in St. Lucia, that's one of the biggest thing, that coaching is not our main job. You know, we just try to do it in between to kind of give our children the opportunities out there.
And
Yeah.
I would want to agree with you, coach, because I work with the Olympic Association here in Jamaica, and also with PAISAC. It's a coaching it's a program in Canada that provides coaching opportunities for for Caribbean and other countries. And I would do lecture series with them, and I realized that these are the challenges that most of you guys would face. Having a full time job, and then sometimes when you're coaching, you have maybe one coach with two or maybe 40, 50, 60 students, and it sometimes gets a little bit burdensome because it's hard when even though you have the facility, maybe you as the only resource as a coach sometimes, and even maybe if you have an assistant, the volumes of students, and then the small amount of time you get to really
Hmm.
sometimes work with them, it can be challenging, and you may not get the chance to really get them to their full potential.
Yeah, very true, very true. And I'm hoping maybe when coach said earlier on that, this program that is coming through right now, it's a lot of years of planning. And I'm saying maybe who knows, maybe he might try it in other countries. I know Guyana is his home country, but you say, okay, you know what, let me try to set this up in St. Lucia or in St. Vincent or in another country. Because like you said, for me, it's like for me, I believe in getting the children involved from early. So it's not even about, I mean, it's not even about like saying, so maybe I may have the 10 and 12 athletes, all of them, I'll not be able to give them everything that I can, but the fact that 12 persons will be doing something rather than doing nothing, so I like this whole idea. I like everything about it, and I'm hoping that it grows. I'm giving you my full support, and I'm hoping other countries and other coaches will come on board, and and support it and push for it. And like you said the last time, coach, you don't want it to be a one-time thing. So we coaches who are providing the athletes, you want it to be a continuous thing. So
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah. I want
I'm,
it to be a
I'm
continuous thing. We want every year. I can, a couple of athletes will be going. The coaches in Jamaica, they agree with me. They said, Mr. King, we can do this on a yearly basis. We're gonna take some athletes. You know, what I mean, we would like to take the athletes. And as I said before to a lot of people, I mean, a lot. I won't call every name, but there's a lot of people. Like I can tell you, I call her Mama Cynthia, right? She's like a mother to me. Uh, that woman have been so inspirational in my life in terms of track and field, and she have made a lot happen that I never even dream of happening. She knows the know-how in track and field. She knows how to get the children. She gave me so many tips. But at the end of the day, as you rightfully said, coach, resources is a plays a great part. Now I would have the resources. That's why I could that's why I could have done a lot of stuff. But I was sitting with one of my colleagues, and he's like, I used to teach in St. Lucia. And he's like, you know what? There's this young man I used to coach. He went to Curve Games. You know what? I'm gonna reach out to him. I'm like, you know what? Just reach out, and if he gets back, he gets back. If he likes it, he likes it. And then boom, I start getting the text messages. And here we are now. The kids them are going through to the school. And it was just a conversation we were having, and the thought just came up, and I'm like, you know what? Maybe I could include St. Lucia. Maybe I could include St. Vincent. And
yeah,
here we are right now. So go ahead.
yeah. Yeah, that's very good because we've had a couple of other athletes who've
We already hearing
been
you.
in, I was saying we've had some other athletes who've gone to Jamaica, like Julian Alfred, who's been doing quite well in that NCAA, and she spent some time in Jamaica before moving to the US. So the opportunities, it's maybe it was limited to the you get the 1 2, but with what you're doing there, it's like it creates a wider pool. More persons can get that opportunities, and you don't need to have like the biggest things to get there, right? And the one thing I learned also from the conversation is like, okay, coach is talking about hurdlers, so I'll have to try start developing my hurdlers so at least they can get the opportunities too. So it gives you the chance to go to the outside spot, not the regular one, the sprint, the sprint, the middle distance, but other things like the throws and the jumps and maybe the
Yes, yes,
hurdles as
yes,
well.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, because I tell you right now, I need a hurdle. Right now, I have a scholarship waiting for a female hurdler, full scholarship,
Mm.
but I just can't find one.
I'll have to look around, coach. I'll have to look around.
I'm telling you, the coach is that if you can supply me a hurdler every year, I'm willing. You know what I mean? So there it goes. So I
Yeah.
mean, my country don't have hurdlers because we don't teach no hurdlers. I have a
Hmm.
young man leave Guyana. He's at Jamaica College doing the javelin. I saw this young man; he had potential, but we don't have a throwing program in Guyana. We
Okay.
keep track meets. But at
Hmm.
the track meet, nobody watched the field events athletes other than the long jump. Nobody watched the throws, so we don't really
Hmm.
have that program. But I saw this young man, and I saw this young man and and saw his talent. Right, I saw this young man. I saw his talent, and then right now, right now the young man, yeah, yeah, yeah. Right now the young man, there is nobody in Guyana throwing apart from the national record holder. There is no other junior in Guyana coming close. I mean,
Okay.
close to what he's throwing.
Nice.
And I
Nice.
put him in a throwing program in Jamaica. There's nobody throwing close to what this young man is throwing.
Mm. Nice.
And
So
also he's on the top spots throwers in Jamaica right now too.
he's exactly, he's also the top spot. And this is a young man that I just saw the talent in this young man. I saw him, and I said, you know what? I'm gonna invest in you. He said, cool. I said, yes, man. I invest in you. I'll invest in you.
Yeah. So and what I see for me, as a physical education teacher at a high school, it gives me, you see, just like you see, I see so much, but then like you cannot do that much, and um sometimes a lot of it has to do with the support. And also, unlike, you see, the culture of Jamaica is different from that of St. Lucia, in that you have the parents behind you 1,000%. So you have that kind of support and thing. I tell them, I coach my the track and field, right? But
Yeah.
um I would say, let's say I have we have the school. Let's say we have maybe about 600 something. I probably could teach about half of them. And in school, you have to teach for PE. You have to teach the skills. So it's not a matter of like you just take them to a meet and then they run through and jump. They have to learn the skills before. So
Right.
sometimes you look and you will see. And even like coach was mentioning, you were mentioning earlier about the seventh and the eighth and the sixth, seventh, and eighth place athletes, you will see them. Maybe they probably had a bad day, but then you look at them, they run up, they're doing javelin, the run up is good, the execution is good, but it's just that maybe the javelin was a foul, the throw was a foul throw.
And
So, and, and a
and
lot
as
of,
you
yeah.
and as you speak about that, Dennis, right now, right? I'm looking to build about four multi-eventer from every country in the Caribbean,
Mm,
right? Because we don't have we only Grenada have multi-eventer. Grenada and
oh,
Jamaica. There's no other country in the Caribbean that have multi-eventer other than Jamaica and Grenada,
mm-hmm.
right? We don't have no heptathlon and decathlon athlete, right? And
Right.
I'm looking to build. So you might have an athlete where they might not be a top sprinter or a top jumper or whatever, but then you can convert that athlete into a
Mm-hmm.
multi-event. So all those are
Mm-hmm.
all the options you can look at.
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
been studying this thing for over 20 years before I put it
Mhm.
together,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, that's good. Because you see one of the boys coming up, one of the boys, Jaim Ferdinand.
Yeah, yeah.
This boy, I haven't found one thing that is he can do. In terms of sports, I don't know, he's just a multi-sport person. And he represented the country in that age group, the um before COVID, the thing in El Salvador, the age group, CSC age
Okay,
group.
yeah, yeah, I know.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
He went to that thing there. He won the 1200. He came third in the high jump, and he had decent run and throws for the other events. And it's just that, like he does not have, he doesn't push. But I'm thinking a place like Jamaica will be good for him. But I guess the coaches will work with him and see which is his better area.
Yeah, he's
And
strongest area,
okay,
yeah.
yeah.
I'm
but
pushing.
but he- but he he's a guy who loves football. He loves football with a passion.
I know.
He
Yeah,
loves football, and that's what happening. Our track athletes normally go to the football, or football always seem more attractive for them. So you find a lot of persons
or
branching out
straight
to
into the
this
football.
this area. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, but Dennis, well, we're gonna keep this going. Coach,
Yes,
thanks
yes,
for your Sunday. I know it was
yes.
was a little rough. Dante, you have any question to ask from St. Vincent?
I want to ask, what is the coach's name? I didn't get
Coach
the name.
O'Keel Stewart.
O'Keel Stroke.
OKEELE
Okay.
Stewart.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
okay.
yeah, right. Yeah. Um,
Thank you.
so as I say, man, everybody's not going to the same school. Some people are going to some different schools. Um, but I know for Dennis, from next year, I know Camperdown will be able to take more females. I
Oh,
can assure you that because I got that I got that basically notification. I got that notification from a former principal, you know what I mean? That from next year they're working hard to accommodate more females.
great, great.
Yeah, right.
Uh,
So that's one
yeah.
of the area they work it up. But again, is a lot. There's a lot of meeting like spark students around the country. A lot of meeting right now. So that's why you're gonna get everybody on board. But like for instance, now when I finish this streaming, right, I'm gonna send this email to you. The link to you, Denise. Denise, I'm gonna send the link
Yes,
to you
yes, yes.
so that you can send the link to the parents, so at least they can still hear, right? And this is the reason why I'm doing this platform. So
Okay.
even if the parents or whoever miss the meeting, they can still go back in their own time and they can watch, they can skim, they can hear the conversation. It's not just like a regular video call where afterwards you can't hear anything. You just got to hear it. So they can actually see what's going on, basically.
Okay. Okay.
That's the
Very
reason why I'm doing
nice.
this platform. You know what I mean?
Very nice.
So even to the athletes, the athletes need to find out something. They can even watch it and they can some of the questions that they are the concern, it might be able to answer.
All right. Very nice.
Right? Yeah, man. So everybody, I want to say thank you very much for being here. Shakil is my nephew. He's the person on the ground that what I'm trying to set up is that Denny's, when we get the passport and everything, now normally there's a few athletes that will be leaving Guyana. So my nephew normally travel with them because of they don't have a US visa. So they
Okay.
gotta go through interconnection flights. So
Okay.
what we will try to work and see is that if um whatever the connection is, that your athletes might meet up with my nephew
Okay.
if they don't have a visa and if they're doing interconnection flight. But we work out the details between me and you.
Okay.
So
But normally, which route do they normally take for those
well,
without the
they go
visa?
through Panama.
Oh, Cooper.
Yeah, Cooper. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's easier
Okay.
with Cooper to
Okay.
Jamaica.
Okay.
Less hassle,
Okay. All
right?
right. All right.
So if we can set it up in a way that we can try to see how many people we can get to travel at the same time.
Right.
And
Right.
also, if a lot of the children is traveling together, Miss Denise, you can go
Yes.
to the airline, and because it's a group, they'll get a discount on their ticket. I'm just putting that out there now.
Yes. 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 And you could get the tax exemption
Tax exemption, correct,
from
correct,
the
correct.
government. So
Yes,
normally, like when I travel with my athletes, I get the exemptions on the ticket for the tax part.
correct,
Yeah.
correct, correct.
Okay.
Oh, and Denise, don't forget about the CSME because the CSME is important. So when they go there, they don't have to do extension and visa and all of those stuff and
Okay.
stuff. So
Yes.
please check on the
Yes.
CSME for me,
Yes. I think I'll have to start working on it. Yeah, I'll work on it. I'll
right?
work on it.
So when,
Even
so
if they
when,
don't,
um,
yeah.
so when they reach in Jamaica, again, just hold on 1 minute. Keisha, come, bring in Robin Phillips quickly, but take Siko for quickly before the meeting finish. Just a minute, coach. Don't go. This coach here want to I want to bring in this coach just before you go. Don't go nowhere, coach. Just hold on a minute.
Okay.
You have to unmute yourself.
You have to unmute. Unmute. We can hear you.
You got unmute.
All right, Robin, stay on the phone because you don't getting you don't coming in with the stuff, right? Just stay on the phone. The coach is right here. He can hear you. You can hear him. So we're gonna try and do it like this, you know. This is the coach that Ezekiel and Danzel will be going to. Go ahead, Robin. Go ahead, Robin. Go ahead. Go ahead. Ask the question. Go ahead.
No, Ali,
Yeah.
I want the parents to talk with him.
Yeah, the parents there. Yeah. Bring in the parents. Just 1 minute. Oh, if father coming, all right, good, cool. Yeah. Yeah, I'm hearing you. See if you can come in on the computer though. All right, good, cool. When you come across, all right, yeah. Yeah. You can call Ezekiel mom and other. No, but you can add her WhatsApp on this one. You can add her WhatsApp on this phone. Where you calling me? Yeah, you can add her. Yeah. Yeah. The Elijah father there? All right. Yeah. Okay. Yes, she's on. Yes. Good afternoon, mom. All right. So
We're not hearing them loud enough.
you're hearing them loud enough?
No.
All right. Let me turn up. Let me turn up. You're hearing now? You're hearing louder now? Hello. Yes. Good afternoon. Yes, this is Coach Andy, and I have on another line. The coach that your son will be going to. Hold on. Let me see if I can add him on this phone here too. Keisha, just a minute. Just 1 minute. Let me see if I can add the coach from this number here to this next one. You might not see it. Just a minute. No, his number is not there. Coach, just 1 minute. Just give me 1 minute. Yeah. Hold on. Yeah. This is number. Come quickly. No, 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 no. They got to go back. No, no, no. You don't have to. You don't have to. You don't have to hang up. Hold on. Going back to where I went. Contact, going to contacts. No, add it. I got add it.
That's what I was doing.
Just 1 minute. Just 1 minute. Just 1 minute.
Did it register?
All right. Just now. Just a minute. Just. Coach, introduce yourself. Introduce yourself, coach. Hello?
Hello. Hello.
Yes. Go ahead, coach. Go ahead.
I didn't hear what you said.
No. Introduce yourself. The two parents, there's Ezekiel and Elijah, fathers on the line. They have some question they would like to ask you because they're going directly to you.
Go ahead, no problem.
Yes, go ahead, Dad.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon. My name is David Lykin. Yes. I am Elijah's father. Yes. And I'm very much concerned of my son leaving here to go on a scholarship that we don't know who he's going with and where he's going. Okay. And the responsibility of my son being away from here and who will be taking care of him. That's one. Two, what I'd like to know how many scholarships you have sponsored and what progress they made. Yes, so those are the questions. That's just part of it. I give other persons a chance. All right, no, let me answer that first. All right, so As you know, my name is Okil Stewart. I'm a national coach in Jamaica. I work along both national and senior athletes and the head coach of Camperdown High School for track and field. So, I mean, for one, I would like for you to write down my name so you can maybe do any form of research, Google, or, you want to reach out to somebody in Jamaica you may know, or somebody in the track and field circle in Jamaica if you know of anyone. I always like to recommend for persons to have an idea, just as though you're asking as to who is it that will be, coaching their kids, or who is it that one of the persons are that will be responsible. Now he'll be living pretty much just across the road from the school, where they will have one of the coaches who stays there, whether it be one of the track and field coach, and the basketball team also stays at the facility. So one of the basketball coach sometime will be there. So, they will be responsible for the day-to-day operations in terms of them, overseeing what is happening on the door. And they'll be living right across from the school.
Mr. Stewart, that continue. But who would be financing this scholarship?
All right, so the scholarship, part of the scholarship would be coming from the school and part from past students.
Past students from where?
So Camperdown past students, as well as Mr. King will have something in place as well.
Go ahead. Dad, let me explain how things happen, right? Scholarship is not no finances, it's not no money that will be given to anybody. Coach, what happened in my country, right? Guyana, there's a misconception of scholarship, right? That the misconception is that people believe that when you hear a scholarship for $10,000, mean you're actually getting that money, but they don't understand it don't really go that way. So that's the misconception in my country. That's why I'm glad the parents are on, so that some of these burning questions could be answered.
Mr. King,
Yeah.
you are Mr. Meadows?
Yes, Meadows King. Yes, I'm Mr. Meadows King. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I think my son had run previous trends with your club.
Yes.
And he have won a couple of them.
Yes. Correct. That's correct.
Where he have presently in my wall divider.
Yes. Correct. Yes. From my games. Yes.
Good. Now, what I'm talking about is financing. I'm talking about the responsibility of my son being away with somebody else that I do not know.
Okay, all right. No, I understand that. Yeah.
If something should occur, who would be answerable for my son?
I don't think the way that I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying, but no.
Let me ask you.
Yeah, I could answer the question.
Mr. Stewart, you can go ahead and answer.
Let me say something. What would make you feel comfortable as a parent in because, as I said, I can understand you asking that question, because when I travel, or like now, my in-law would want me to send my daughters to the States for the summer. Yes, I know they will be going to my in-law.
So going to your in-law, those are people that you knew.
Exactly. And at the same time, I still have questions. So let me ask you, what is it that will make you feel comfortable in having your son travel to another place to study and to train? And
what is it he's studying? Can you answer the question? You say study. You say athletics, and now you say studying.
No, it's both. It goes both together. It's both together. You're studying and doing track and field, not just track and field alone. You're going to school.
No,
student athlete. a student athlete. He's be going into sixth form. Hello, Dad.
I'm here.
Yeah. Your son will be going into sixth form. He's in a school in a all of like Trevor Prince, like Omari Walcott, like Gabriel Lim, like Hannah Reed, like what's the triple jumper name again, Shaquille? From Gaskin Club. Like all of those athletes, they're in a school. It's literally school. They're not just by a home or some. They're in a school. They're going to school. They're doing the CXC. They're doing the Cape, just like if they're in Guyana. But the difference with Guyana is that we don't have the opportunities that the talent for the talent. Like for instance, your son and Ezekiel have real talent. There is no institution in Guyana that can actually take your son or Ezekiel to the next level. There is no coach in Guyana that can actually, there is no facility in Guyana that can actually take your son to the next level of becoming an Olympian.
Let me ask you a question. Why you try to belittle or try to think that there is no coach in Guyana that can do that you guys are doing? All right, let me answer that. And Mr. King, at some point I tried to correct this situation earlier. I was saying, no. I think what the challenge that some of the other Caribbean countries are having is one, the exposure to higher level, not high level, but I would say higher level competition, as well the exposure to some techniques to get athletes to perform at a different or a higher level. They may not have been exposed. For me, when I was much younger in the sport, because I've been coaching now since 2007, but I was exposed at a very high level from the very tender, from my inception. I was being trained by Stephen Francis, who is one of the world-renowned track and field coaches. Then I learned from Glenn Mills and from Fitz Coleman or Maurice Wilson, who are the premier national coaches, to the point where now I became a national coach working alongside these coaches. I was coached by Stephen Francis then also. Well, my thing is that the exposure that I would have gotten, you understand, some of the Caribbean countries, the coaches in the Caribbean countries may not have been exposed to some of these, and I would have traveled far and wide, been exposed to coaches from the US, in Europe, Brooks Johnson, Clive Smith, and all those coaches, with their knowledge and their expertise. And what it does, it allowed me to start thinking different. Now, what I think Mr. King that is pretty much what I think Mr. King is trying to say. It's not really that the coaches in the different Caribbean countries are not good, but their current level of exposure, coupled with whatever resource that they have, is that maybe they are not able to bring the athlete past a particular level. Because even me in Jamaica, I would have had my own restrictions and challenges. But after being exposed to even other coaches locally, based on their experience, based on their exposure, based on the whatever resource they have, I know I've become a different person. Over the years, Camperdown, we have been doing well, but guess what? There has still been some limitations. And as time goes by, with more knowledge, with more exposure, I've become better. And with one of the other things is that we are able to retain our athletes who are now, in terms of, more developed. And as such, you would see Arushan Clark, who is now one of the world under 18, one of the top in the top 5. I think he's the second, fourth leader hurdler international now at the under 20 level. We have some girls who throw; they are pretty much ranked in the top 10 in the world in the under 20 level. And it is as a matter of exposure and experience that pretty much allow myself and the other coaches the opportunity to be able to deliver at the highest place. I know you guys would have known of Emmanuel Archibald, who now trains in Jamaica from Guyana.
Correct.
He also trains exactly alongside my coach, my training group with Mr. Ricketts in the Ricketts Performance Center. And from time to time, we would have been sharing knowledge and information. And he, as you can see, he has been developing quite well.
Correct.
So pretty much, it is not really knocking the coaches in the other countries because I also through PSAC, a free without saying no, a not for profit organization in Canada would have done lecture series through them and also to different coaches in the Caribbean and to the different Scandinavian countries, trying to impart knowledge to them in terms for them to get a little bit more exposed, a little bit more understand of what is possible and what is not possible. Because for sometimes some coaches may think even an athlete a particular workout may be too much. But then based on exposure and experience, they know, guess what, I can do it this way and get the job done just the same. Mr. Stewart, how many other athletes from Guyana went to Jamaica on scholarship and was successful?
All of them. All of them. I can count. I can count them. I can count all of them.
I asked Mr. Menas, I asked Mr. Stewart a question.
Okay.
Let me speak. Let me answer that one. And I can say Mr. Midas is one that can really speak more on that because he's the one that is responsible for that, going to the different schools. I can only speak for persons who comes under my care. You understand? But let me ask you, what do you constitute as being successful? Yes, you must be able to come back to Guyana and say, yes, I got a scholarship to Jamaica. Yes, and I achieved this. And education-wise, I achieved this grade 1 and what grade 2 and whatever in one. And I must be able to show that I have failed.
Yeah.
Right. Therefore, you were not a part of the team. You were just
No. That's not how it goes. No. Okay, I'm the person responsible for the athletes, not only from Guyana, for going to Jamaica. I'm the person that my organization is who my organization is. Yes.
Mr. Menas,
Yes.
can you allow Mr. Stewart to speak, please, and then I will speak with you.
Okay. All right, Mr. Stewart, go ahead.
I think the question that you ask, Mr. Menas, is pretty much the more qualified person to speak on that. Because I think what you're asking in terms of me being a part of that program, I can't speak of that because I have not managed any of those athletes who come before. So I'm not speaking of the athletes that are coming under my care. Okay, so if I send my son on a scholarship to Jamaica and something should happen to him, who can I speak with? I can't speak with you because as you're trying to tell me right now, yes, that you were not a part. We're not a part.
No.
Of the person who have come before. Not a part of your son coming directly to me. That's a different connection. There are athletes who have come before to Jamaica. They didn't come to Camperdown. So I have no part in their development.
Camperdown
High School.
Camperdown. You hear that?
What is Camperdown High School record?
They just won.
Record in terms of what? Education-wise?
Go ahead, coach.
All right, I think what happened is that from an educational perspective, I think we have been doing very well. I can't give you specifics because I can't use that would give me a chance to speak. I can't give you specific figures because I don't have that information with me. If you need that information, I can get an administrator to put that information and send it to you. If that is something that you require. We are having this meeting now. I was not sure what questions would have been asked. If I was sure, then I would have been able to get those information and present it here today. So if that is something that you need to know, when we can get it and present it to you at a later date. Mr. Stewart, when you're having a meeting, you have to expect all sorts of questions coming to you. You understand? Because with a parent like me, my background is security from a military perspective and work in different countries and around the place. This would be a this type of information. You will find I will ask a lot of questions pertaining to my son. He will be 18 God's will like November, and security wise, yes, and because I have friends in Jamaica, Leroy Gordon. He works with, I don't know if he still works with Bermudez and Bermuda in Jamaica branch, or he's still there. And I have some other friends. And this is where I'm asking questions because I will end up doing research and doing background checks. Yes, and on each and every person name I wrote down here. Yes, sure. I'm not asking questions because I want to ask questions. Yes, and Mr. Medas, yes, I know that you had a lot of events down here. Yes, and my son took part in a lot of events, and they were successful. Yes, but still, yes, I have to know where and whom I'm sending my son with.
Respect, daddy. Respect, daddy. Respect. I respect that. I mean. Don't believe that your questions coming across hard to us, right? Don't believe that. I send my 15-year-old daughter to Jamaica to train on a plane by herself. She went down there with the summer. She met with all the athletes. She did a lot of interview. It's on our website. She met with all the athletes at the school. She did the interviews, how they're performing. That when your son go, you will be in contact with your son every day because there's a WhatsApp group that all the parents are added to. You will be knowing of your son day-to-day schedule. You'll be knowing of everything what your son do. Your son will have his own phone. The reason why I create this platform is just a pretty that you guys could not have been on the platform. I have a platform here where we can video and see everybody. It's recorded and then it could be streamed. So even though you're missing it, somebody your family members can watch it live on YouTube. There's a lot of things that I've put into to the program to make parents like you feel comfortable. Now, Mr. Strode have a lot of experience with his background from where we came from. Now, according to some of the questions that you asked, all of the athletes that went to Guyana, Shamar Horatio, he's right now the fastest junior for Guyana. Ezekiel is running second to him. He went to Jamaica and trained. Trevon Prince is the fastest Guyanese right now for the 800 meters. He just ran a PB of 156 just last week. Gabriel Lim, he is also there is no other Guyanese athlete, and he's ranked about the top in Jamaica and the world right now in terms of the javelin. He's also Guyanese. He went up just a couple of months ago. They also have Omar Walcott. He left Guyana running at 2:20:25 for the 800. Now he's running at 2:02. Then we have the female Hannah Reed. There is no other Guyanese that is running faster than her. Go ahead.
Okay, where is Shamar Ratio at the moment?
No, well, Shamar Ratio right now is back in Jamaica right now. He's at Glen Mills.
He's back in Jamaica?
Yes. Shamar was home for a few.
It's 12 hours.
The surrounding the situation surrounding Shamar, I prefer not to comment too much about it because I know what happened, and that's a discussion for private. No. It's a private. It's a private.
No, Mr. Ratio.
Yeah, it's a private something.
Mr. Menas.
Uh-huh.
Then maybe the treatment was not good.
No. That's not true. That's not true. That's not true. No. That's not true. That's not true. That's not true. That's not true.
Do not try to hide it.
Nope. I'm not hiding it. That's why I'm saying.
Ezekiel, are you there?
All right. I'm saying that's not true.
In the conversation.
Yes. Okay. First of all, let me ask, what is the situation surrounding Horatio? No, that's what I'm saying because what I know with Horatio never leave Guyana on a scholarship. Never leave Guyana on a scholarship.
How did Mr. Horatio leave Guyana, sir?
Mr. Horatio leave on my account that I paid for Mr. Horatio to go to training in Jamaica. That's how Mr. Horatio left Guyana. I was paying everything for Mr. Horatio.
Just like that, you finance some athletes to go to places.
Yes, I did that. I've done that for a lot of athletes. A lot of these athletes that leave Guyana, I finance it personally from my pocket. I have all the.
What you benefit from it?
I need athlete. I don't need money from it. You don't understand. I'm not doing this for nothing.
There's nothing go free, sir.
No, 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 sir. I'm not doing this for nothing. I came back to Guyana. I spend my money to host those games. That's what I do because no athletes from Guyana is going to Olympics. I need athletes to go to Olympics. So somebody got to invest. Somebody got to invest. All the other countries investing. Nobody's not investing. Here in the US, right? I'm part of the CDC. I'm part of a lot of programs that invest in children. And I just decided to take the same initiative to Guyana. Yes, yes. Nope, 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 no, sir, no, sir. I collect no money from nobody. There is no single person. There is no single person that can say they give Mr. Meadows King any money. I don't collect money.
Mr. Stewart, you there? I'm here.
Yeah.
No, let me tell you here. Let me be straight, right? If both you guys cannot be straight and honest with me, you understand me? My son would not be leaving my house.
No, but sir, what straight you want me to be? There's no money involved in this.
Mr. Meadows.
Yes.
You get sponsorship.
No, there is no money in this.
Can I say something?
There's no money in this.
Well, you get Mr. Stewart. Say something. All right. This is the first my school will be taking in athletes, yes? And as such, why we're just taking in just 4 athletes, right? And I am quite, what I would say, pleased with the level of investigation and the level of questions being asked, because to be honest, myself as a parent, I would have been asking those same questions. That's my job. I am a private investigator. That's part of my profession. You understand me? And I ask questions. And my questions deserve honest answers. And if I can't have honest answers from both of you guys, I'm serious about it. No, and that is why I want to know this done. And I'm serious. They're serious about it. Sir, could I speak? Thank you. Yes, sure. Go ahead. To you, and I be clear. This is the first my school will be taking part in this initiative of taking in athletes. We take in athletes primarily from the local, and we would have seen where other schools are benefiting from recruiting athletes internationally, and that's the reason why we have made a step to get ourselves involved in getting athletes from overseas. As it relates to getting sponsors, and I would say grab monies from it, I am not off fear of that if anything like that is happening. And that's the reason why I can say to you that the school will play their part, or the past student association will play their part in terms of camping out and their athletes that they are bringing. And we encourage the parents to continue being parents by providing to the students or their child money just the same as they will be coming to the school from home and to school if they are home. So they will still have their monies to do whatever they feel free. And they will still have maybe their phones and whatever to make contact with their parents back home just as they feel free. So, as I said before, I do understand your concern, but I just want to make it clear because you're saying that, if you can't get straight answers from both persons, and I'm just telling you that I'm being straight, I was invited to share with you what we are doing from our side, understand, and to field questions that you may have. At the end of the day, it is the parents' responsibility to make a decision whether or not they are comfortable sending their child or sending their child. You understand? Because as I said, based on my knowledge, Mr. Miles is providing an opportunity. That's what I was told. That's what I am aware of for these kids, because I would have seen countless other kids who are here in Jamaica who come from there and they are back in Jamaica. So obviously something is being done right for them to come home and to come back. So I do encourage you continuously to do your investigation, but at the same time, I want you to give, at the same time, just allow the conversation to flow for you to get all the information you can and then to make your decision.
I second that, coach. I second that, coach. Now, coach, this is what happened, right? As that rightfully asks, you know, uh, you know, I'm spending my money on these athletes with nothing in return. Yeah, yeah.
I would have seen information on a daily basis because we would have shared the same track. Because I myself, I just say I run a professional program. Some of where my athletes will train, that's exactly where Orisha will train. And you can maybe call Orisha and to speak to him. Of me as a person, we don't really talk as much because I don't coach him directly. But it's somebody that I would see and I would, call to him, give him a one or two words of encouragement because I see that he's doing well. So that's more information as to where I can get information from. And I've never seen Orisha as if something was going wrong with him. And I said he would have come home and he's back. So I pretty much, and it's just news to me now to say that something ill is happening to him in Jamaica, right? So this is news to me.
Exactly. That exactly, coach. Because Horatio is staying at one trade. That's the University of the West Indies.
And trust me, he's staying at one of the most posh places in Jamaica in a secure facility.
Exactly, in a secure facility. Exactly, and Mr. Mills, he training with one of the best coach in the world, Mr. Glenn Mills. So I don't know about anything that's going on. That's why I'm saying that it's news to me to hear that something going on with Mr. Horatio. I really don't know what's going on. If he's there with Mr. Mills, the mean at all his bills have to be paying. So
Sir, to be honest, I think at some point I would love if you could share that information with me.
sure. Yes.
If that's okay with you.
Yeah. Sure. I can share all the information.
No. I'm talking about the parents.
Oh, okay. Yes.
The information. Do your investigation, sir. I respect what you're saying. You understand me? But still some more research on Camden High School. Okay. Mr. Medas, I have no personal against you.
No. I know that. Know that. I'm not thinking that way. That.
What is the security aspects of what the campus is like, Mr. Stewart? Well, we have somebody who lives there with the athletes, and as I said, they are back. They are across, and there's a security. They are across from the school. There's security at the school 24 hours. Security. There's a parent. One of the coaches who will be staying there. With the other athletes. That's where they stay. That's where they live. We haven't had any incidents, and we have been there for the past 3-4 years that I've been working with the team. And this is Jamaica. The incidents happen in Jamaica anywhere in the world. And I can't say for 100% guarantee, the boy, there's nothing will happen. You can be home and you hear that something happened. Whether it's something happening on the street or whatever, but we encourage the athletes always to stay in. We go inside, close the door, close the grill and so forth. So that's pretty much what I can say about security for the facility. You say you use the word where they have CXCs that would be writing and keep who finance these exams.
Okay. I could answer for that, Stuart. I could answer for that, Mr. Stuart.
Thank you.
I could answer for that. Well, what have happened, right? For the athletes, all of the athletes that are in Jamaica right now. How much of them, Shakil? Is how much of them? 5?
Yeah, 5 athletes.
5 athletes. Good. What would have happened is that I work with the parents. When the Cape come up. The school would normally communicate with the organization directly through me and my nephew Shakil. then we forward it to the parents. So if, let me say, your son is doing 10 subjects, and then the subjects may come up to like about $100. I'm gonna everything that come from the school, you're gonna get an email also from the school, because your email is gonna be there, your phone number. Your son is also gonna get the information from the school, whatever subject he's writing and how much it costs and all of those things. So what the organization try to do is look at the finances of the parents and how much it costs. Then what I will do now is, like in case of Guyana, I would call up like Banks Jaye. I would call up like Answer McCall or some private businessmen, and then I would everything does with the information from the school, because it's not just I send in a text. Whatever information the school send, I would send that information to the different the different companies and businessmen. And then what happened now, the businessmen now will indicate what they're gonna do, whether they're gonna cover the cost for this entire athlete, or whether they're gonna cover the cost for all the athletes, one subject each. Now, when those businessmen, no, I don't seek. Listen a minute. Listen to me, man. So when those businessmen decide what they're gonna do, then the parents now go and meet that person, right? Like for instance, in this case, right, a businessman decided that he's gonna take care of Ezekiel. I'm trying to tell Mr. Mr. Robin Phillips, that hurry up with the process, because I want Ezekiel and the parent go to the person that say that they're going to help Ezekiel. And as I explained to Mr. Phillips, I don't know what his help is going to be like. I don't know what he's going to do. I know nothing. All he indicated is that yeah. No, yeah, but what I'm saying,
Listen to me. Once you go in, you got to go to a business fund, and you're looking for. It's as if you're looking for.
No, you remember? Hello? No. Remember now. When you go to the businessman, then he tell you, the parent, what he's gonna do, if he's gonna buy the ticket. So now the businessman might buy the ticket, but remember now, he's buying the ticket. There's no money passing. There is no money that is passing.
You're looking for somebody to sponsor these kids.
Okay. Or it come off to you as, yes, they're sponsoring the kid, but there is no passing of money. The businessman take care of that personally. Whatever he does, like okay, it's like Mr. Muhammad in Guyana, right? He's decided that he's gonna do all of those things for the children. Nobody gets anything. Mr. Muhammad does everything himself. That's how it operates. There's no money passing. There is no collateral passing to nobody. It's the child. Everything goes to the child. The parent and the child go to the individual, and then the individual decide, well, okay, we're gonna buy this ticket for your son, and they buy the ticket. So there is no money passing. Yeah. Yes.
Mr. Meadows.
Go ahead.
A sponsorship, sir. Is that nobody looking for money? It's a sponsorship. You're looking for sponsorship.
I don't. Mr. Strauss, you got anything to say to that? Hello, Mr. Strauss? Hello? Mr. Strauss? No.
No, I'm
still here. No, yeah.
Okay.
You got anything to say to that?
Hello?
Yeah.
You need the mic just now?
Yeah. Mr. Strauss, do you have anything to say to that?
Let me say something, Mr. Meadows. In fact, yes, it is sponsorship. However, this is it. The way you operate, you don't take the monies, and that's pretty much why you don't see it as that. You pretty much connect people to people.
Yeah.
You understand? And that's why he's saying it is sponsorship. But what you need to explain is that you don't collect cash from people. you connect people to people, but it is in fact sponsorship from a corporate perspective. It is sponsorship. Thank you very much, sir. Yes.
Can
So you connect people to people, but not taking cash. And you not taking cash, you try to keep yourself. You don't want to lose yourself. So you connect people to people so that money don't come to you directly.
Correct.
And as such, you keep yourself clean. So that, but in itself, it is considered sponsorship from a corporate perspective.
can I ask a question?
Yes, go ahead, Dennis.
Yes, so that was a very good question. So you answering based on the Guyana situation,
Yes, the guy
right?
has
Where
yes.
you have your contacts. So that means to say for the parents in St. Lucia, they do have to look for the monies for when it comes to Cape. Because I would assume that you don't know anybody in St. Lucia to make any link. So it means to say yes, they're getting the scholarship, but then the expenses that they have to look at it on their own. So
like like
let's
like
just
like the plane ticket, right? I mean, some like yes, Dennis. So in St. Lucia, I don't know much people in St. Lucia, as you're rightfully saying. So what happened now is that I know a few people in St. Vincent, right? I know a few people, but I don't know that much people in St. Lucia. So what will happen now is that uh my colleague who used to teach in St. Lucia, he knows a few people St. Lucian up here in the US. When the time reach with the amount of children, what will happen is Brian, you know Brian Collinson.
yeah, well, I had already left school, but I know of him.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
know of
Brian.
him.
Yeah, good. So what Brian will do now, Brian will reach out to the St. Lucians in New York here and would tell them, well, okay, there are some children that's supposed to go on Jamaica. He did it, he started it already to Jamaica. And then what will happen now is that they're gonna decide on what they're gonna do, and then they're gonna contact you because you're in St. Lucia. But as you're right what you're saying. I don't know much people in St. Lucia, so I cannot connect you guys to much people in St. Lucia. But in Guyana, I know a lot of people in Guyana that I can connect the Guyanese athletes to these business personnel.
Still have to seek sponsorship in Guyana.
Yeah, yeah. Well, all right, yes. Still got a six sponsorship in Guyana, yeah, right. But again, Dennis, as there's no cash involved, like taking of money is what I try to do is because it works up here in the US, right? Like Adidas or a store or whatever, they would sponsor, they would donate to a specific athlete, and then they would it's like and they would make sure that that athlete finished college. That is something that we do in our community here in New York City. This is where I get it from being part of this board in New York City. What happened is that a business donate to a particular school, and they would do this for like about 3 to 5 years, and they just donate to that school, and it take care of those children. So that's where I get the initiative from of connecting. So what we do on the CDC board, that's the CDC board in the USA, because of a lot of school in our community are not as fortunate as a lot of school in the other communities. So we get these black businesses, and these businesses are coming now. I will develop. So like we said, I got a bathroom to repair. What will happen now is that a contractor is going to come in, do the bathroom, and then report to that particular person, and they would deal with that. So the CDC board that we're on, we don't have no direct contact. We just go into school, see what needs to repair, and then we connect them to the local businesses, and then they take care of everything. And I've seen that flourish in New York City. So I took that same module and incorporated, and that's what I'm doing right now.
I don't mean to take away the parents' time. So let me just ask one more thing. Um, since you say it's an organization, right?
Yeah,
And even, for example, so if you're getting, let's assume that particular company is giving out sneakers, for example, it does not matter whether you're Guyanese, Vincentian,
correct, correct.
Solution, whatever. So if they're giving whatever, because of we getting the assistance from the organization, this will be distributed by need. Like I'm
Exactly,
assuming.
correct, correct. That is the whole module. That's why children from St. Lucia is going to school in Jamaica. Children from St. Vincent is going to school in Jamaica through the organization. Likewise, as Guyana is my base, so my base is Guyana. So so when these children go to 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 just 1 minute. Hello, hello. All right, no problem, no problem, no problem, no problem, no problem, no problem. All right, cool. Yeah, cool, cool. All right, yeah. Yeah, Mr. Short. Yeah, if I know you had Mr. Short, I know you had a meeting. You can hang up if you gotta go. I will gonna continue the conversation. Yeah, Mr. Short, you can go. Yeah, because I know you. Yeah.
Feel free to save my number. You can contact me directly via WhatsApp. Yeah.
Yes. We gonna pass on everything. Yeah.
Yeah, man. I have already planned appointment.
No, I know. A conk meeting. Yeah. I know that. All right, cool. Yeah, you can go, Mr. Short. Yeah. Dennis, as we were saying, right? Yeah, that's exactly what we're looking to do. So facilitate all the athletes, regardless of what country they're from, to see what help we can give, and that's the reason why I've reached out to all these coaches in Jamaica, and then reach out to St. Lucia and the coaches in St. Lucia, St. Vincent, and the coaches in Guyana, that we can see how we can facilitate for all of these children going over and going to school. Because as you rightfully said, then I tried it with the athletes from Guyana, tried it with a few, it worked. All of them are doing well. My nephew traveled with them. Make sure that the facility is good. We did a lot of groundwork before all of this happened. The children do their CAPE. You know what I mean? They write their exam. Like right now, some of the boys are writing exam. One of them is about to go to college. Trevor and Prince. He run the you know what I mean, and college recruits you. Because colleges is always in Jamaica. Those recruiters are always in Jamaica looking for athletes and so on. So is kind of like, as Coach Strode said, the exposure. It's kind of like getting a more exposure than actually if you're actually in your home country. Yeah, Denny. So it's about like that.
How many other clubs out of Guyana is a part of this scholarship team, sir?
They got St. Lucia, St. Vincent, Barbados.
We talking Guyana.
Guyana. Okay, there let me see. There is Mr. Robin Phillips. There is New Amsterdam. There is Shaki. Go ahead.
So you guys from Tamari,
police.
Police. That's a three.
Police.
There's a four.
Was it four?
Police. Police.
Titans.
Yeah, Titans. Barbies and
Blade.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, those are the four from Guyana.
And why no other club parents are not a part of this meeting?
Mr. Robin requested this meeting. Mr. Phillips requested this meeting. The other clubs, those children. Repeat that.
It's going to concern parents.
Yeah. Because most of the parents have already asked. They have already agreed. Their kids have already did all the paperwork. Got his CSME certificate. Submitted all the documents. Got their response letter already. The girl from Titan, she's coming up on a full year scholarship. Junior Corner Dot is on a scholarship already in Arizona. This young man from St. Vincent, Romar Stapleton, is already on a scholarship in Arizona, right? They have Trevor and Prince, as you know, Omari Walcott, Gabriel Lim, Hannah Reed. They're already out already. So what happened is that the coaches around the world, they need athletes every year. So they don't just need athletes one time. So as athletes goes on to college, they need to replace athletes in the school system. Right, so because your son now, he'll be going into sixth form, right? Because he will be doing a CXC, so he's be going on to sixth form. So you have 2 years in sixth form, lower six and upper six, and then he does escape. What career he wants to go on? He and the teacher is going to sit down and work out what career paths. So you're going to choose the right subjects, and then while your son is competing in Jamaica, college coaches from all over the world goes down to Jamaica regularly, you don't know which school, which international university or college might pick up your son. And then once when it goes there, that's the big league where the college take care of every single thing and nothing comes out, and you work out. You and your son decide which school you're going to go to. That's not a tedious selection process because might be so many schools at you. So you have to get the right information before you sign the contract. I try to walk parents through of what to look for, check the website. You just get a tour of the school in the US when you reach the college. The school pays all the expense trip, bring you to the school. You see what a school look like, and you decide what to do.
Denise, is he your mom?
Right there, listening.
Yeah, what did you have to say?
I'm listening. The same question that Elijah father is asking. That's the same question I'm asking to my.
I am Delizah's father.
Yeah, right now I'm panicking myself to know what really they're saying because I don't understand what is really the situation when I meet there because they are telling me one thing here, but when I reach here, going to be something else.
Something different.
No. Shakil, you want to speak for that? You want to speak for that? You want to answer the question in Jamaica?
I'm not agreeing to go anywhere.
I don't understand the basis of what they're talking about. They're talking about a one specific athlete, or they're talking about everybody.
I'm Ezekiel Mommy, and I'm not agreeing to my son leave this country.
Okay. All right. So what is your concern, Mom? What is your concern? You say when you reach over to something different. I don't understand. What's your concern?
Yeah, because I'm in the country and I see what's going on in foreign country, right? But what I'm looking at, and as Elijah father is saying, and find out the same question, what will be taking place? But I'm listening from what I'm observing. I'm not getting it right. So
yeah, but what is it? What is it you're not getting right? I don't understand. What is it you're not getting right? Which one of the questions?
When they meet over there, who will be the security to the building? Because you know, it's young boys will be boys.
The coach answered the question. The coach answered the question.
But I'm not too sure about it.
Okay, no problem. No problem. No problem.
I am Mr. Medas. I'm the same. I would not send my son. I would not send my son to Jamaica.
All right, no problem. No problem. No problem. No problem. No problem. All right, no problem. So Dennis, you there? Hello, Dennis, you there?
Yeah, I'm still there. I'm still there.
Yeah. No, those are parents from my country in Guyana, and this is one of the reasons why I decide to reach out to St. Lucia and other countries because the opportunities that are there for the athletes, for the children, and the parents don't want to send the children because they don't think that that in another country that their kids are going to be okay. And I'm happy that you're listening and hear all the questions and hear every single thing.
What I think,
go ahead.
what I think happened is that I guess the parents' concerns ain't come from like a holistic approach to it. Maybe they heard something from someone about a situation, maybe with a student, but I think the situation that they heard is not one of a student that was over there. Is like as you mentioned before, Shamar, who was there training on a track club, and whatever complications he had, is completely different from the students that are there, because the students that are there, and from what I experienced, is that you know it's just like any other school. It's like even if you're in Guyana, you send your child to President's College. The child lives in the school, and any school that you live in, there definitely will be security, definitely will be rules that you have to follow. It's not like you're going and party at some club. It's a school, and all schools have rules that if you break them, you can be suspended, sent home. You know, it's anywhere you go, even if in the US, you can't be breaking the rules, doing what you feel like, whatever the case is. And the students there know exactly what it is. You know, in the morning, you know, there's roll call. You have to wake up early. You have to make sure that you get to school on time. You know, the school keep checking in on your school work. You gotta meet home. You gotta meet the training. You can't. Everything is so laid out that you know there is little room for yeah, I can say delinquency, lapsing, or whatever the case is, because you're not going to play. It's a set goal. You're going to go to school and train. So you know, as this they said that just like Jamaica College, you know, the school and the place that you live is not far, you know, and for Jamaica College, you know, some because it's a lot of them, you know, sometimes the school would provide the buses could come a certain time in the morning, you have to be on the bus to get to school. You know, you live in a facility and unless you have, you know, direct permission to leave this facility, you can't leave. It's not like you're going about walking around Jamaica or finding trouble or whatever the case is. So I guess the parents' um concerns are not they're not trying to they already I think they already made their conclusion and made their decision long before you know we actually got to this meeting. I actually talked about it.
I
You
believe,
know,
I, be-
they
I believe that also. I believe they are ready because the coach wanted to churn them to go, but he called me and he said, "Man, you know, Mr. King, I'm having some trouble with some of the parents. They want to know how the child is going to eat." So this is what I was telling the coach. I said, uh, um, who paying for the scholarship? So I'm like, who paying for the scholarship?
no, but you
Uh,
gotta it's just like any dorm you're living in, you know, there will be a kitchen, there will be a cook. You know, you prepare your food for you, you eat to go to school, you have your money if you want to buy anything, or you have canteens or whatever the case is. But that's why I say I think is a little lost. They're thinking that, you know, we just sending their child to us run free in Jamaica and no one is overlooking them, which is a wrong conception. As I said, it's just like any other boarding school in Ghana or anywhere in the world, you know. There is rules definitely, and you're going on the strict guidelines, and you have your teachers, your um, coach, and your parents that hold you accountable for everything that you're doing in your journey, and even the students that are there right now, you know, and it seems like it's such a long time they're there, but they're just there and they're almost finished with school and all too, and there's been no incident, you know. And I remember a conversation that I had with Mr. Johnson when he was talking to the students, and he was saying that he doesn't mind if you want to misbehave or do or go out or do anything that you want, but make sure that you're there for training. And when he's done training you, you can use your legs to do whatever you feel like afterwards. And just hearing the laugh from the guys, I could tell. And a couple of days of the training, by the time you finish school the entire day and then you go to training in the afternoon, the only thing that you want to see is your
is
bed
a bed.
because you have to wake up tomorrow to repeat. Because there's training in the morning, then there's school, then there's training in the afternoon, and then you go back to bed to repeat again every day. So,
Yeah, yeah. So I was saying, even listening to the parents, these are genuine concerns. That's why I think it would be good to get the other parents and to get
Their
the
view, yeah.
coaches like the dental coach so that the parents could ask those questions
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah,
maybe
yeah, 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 yeah.
something
Yeah,
else
but I was trying to
could
get
come up.
everybody, but
So
some of the coaches them have like this coach, he just facilitate me. Um, but let me see if I can get the dental coach on Zoom because
I will have to leave. I would like to speak to you, but on this Sunday
okay, you
afternoon,
gotta leave. Yeah, yeah, that's what happened. All
you
right,
got
no problem, no problem.
other responsibilities
Yeah,
to
yeah, yeah. So
take into
which other day
consideration.
would you like to do this to get a dental coach? Which other day? You can arrange with
Well,
your
the
parents
if
there.
well, I guess I know they probably have their training until in the evening. So to me, the I wouldn't want to wait all the way to. I wouldn't want to maybe say all the way the weekend. I don't know. Maybe one of those
You
afternoons
arrange.
before training, because the thing is that I know we have an hour difference. So when I leave school at 3 o'clock, it's
No, no,
two
no.
o'clock for
What time
you.
you have now? What time you have now?
Right now it's 3:46. So I know it's
Same time,
two.
same time, same time, same
No,
time.
no,
Same time.
Jamaica does not have the same time.
No, no, no. But I'm in Guyana. I'm the US. I'm in the
Yeah,
US.
yeah. No, I'm just saying, like, if we have to speak to the dental coach,
Oh,
it will
oh,
be in
oh, oh, no.
Jamaica.
The dental coach is in the US because they
Oh,
have a lot
is
of
it?
meeting.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah. So, what about like maybe like a Wednesday, this
Yeah,
week
yeah, 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 yeah,
Wednesday?
yeah, yeah.
Well, find out from me more time, which is
No, no, no. You
um
tell me.
um so probably maybe like a 6 p.m. on Wednesday. I don't know if you. So it's up to but because I'm there thinking maybe meetings and training and stuff, it may be a little tough for some people. But I know Wednesday afternoon is free for me. I have a little bit more time on a Wednesday afternoon.
Yeah, no problem, no problem, no problem. But then arrange it for then,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the parents can ask all the questions there. You know, as I say, love parents to ask questions. You know, ask all the questions and all of the stuff. You know, me is good. You know, me is very very good. As again, I've hosted a lot of successful track meet in Guyana. Um, and you know, me there's a lot of positive that has come out of it. But you went to school in Jamaica, so you would have known that for some reason uh some parent thinking that with sponsorship that you have to get the money have to come to you directly, but they don't understand that you don't need money for sponsorship.
Yeah. They could sponsor different things. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because as I said, in the US here, um, there's no money passing. You know, if your son got to go to school, the organization will pay for your son to go to school, and that's about it. But for some reason, like parents believe like you have to get that money in hand, or like you have to get money, and I don't understand why some parents always think that way. I don't know why.
Okay. Well, I'll have to leave
Yeah, yeah, no
this
problem.
meeting
You have a
soon.
blessed one. You
It
can hang
was a
up.
pleasure.
Mr.
Yeah.
Dante, you have any question to ask? You heard a lot. You have anything to say, Dante?
No, this is done to that. I'm just
Oh, Dante,
listening to
that.
your
Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, you have any question
yeah.
you want to ask?
No, pretty much everybody have really basically says what's actually I had in mind. You give your answer. I see that you are getting another struggles in your hometown.
Yes, yes, yes.
For some reasons, I wouldn't question it and ask why, because everybody have their own little things going on, and that is one of the things that's just actually take place when you are really trying to help your own. You always reach to that level. So I wouldn't pay it any mind. You do what you have to do to help. I mean, the help is there. No one cannot really turn around and say that you didn't help, and that is something that some parents don't appreciate. But I appreciate what you're doing. I mean, you didn't have to do it, but you see there is opportunity and there is opportunity for the kids. So you do what you have to do, my brother.
Thank you very much, sir.
All right.
All right. All right. So yeah, so we can do this again. I'll send you the link, and then we can do it again, Denise, on Wednesday. Get to the parents, and then we'll do this again. All right. So everyone, have a blessed day.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
All
Yeah,
right, no
same thing, my
problem.
brother. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.